Hello, hello. This is Alicia Connor, registered dietitian and chef, here to give you some tips about meal planning. And really, I think it's about spending a little bit of time before you actually get hungry to make it so you have options in the fridge and the pantry to bust out some kind of snack and meal real quick. Um, or quickish. I think we're supposed to use the word add ish to everything nowadays. Ish. Anyway, um, so so think about it. We're very emotional as human beings. And the more we keep reacting, like reacting to hunger, like, oh, I'm hungry, I gotta eat. What am I gonna do to solve it as quickly as possible? And oftentimes that could be like ordering takeout for delivery, right? Or whatever just seems really easy to you to make it so that like all the people in your household are taken care of in terms of being fed, right? And so if you think about some meals that you yourself as an individual that live, if you live with yourself, I prefer saying live with yourself instead of live alone. Yeah, I live alone, or somebody lives alone. Living with thyself, right, is much more empowering. But, or you live with family, right? Because everybody's different. So it's like if you have a family and you have like people that could help you, like asking them for help to do some of the meal prep would be really, 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 really wise, and what I would encourage you to do. Um, but so just thinking about your future hungry self and meals that you can prepare very quickly to satisfy that self. So you have recipes that you already know. So I encourage you to write these down in the 15 minutes that you spend meal planning once a week. And then over the course of 1 month, you'll have a wonderful list of go-to recipes. And over time, I know we get excited and we find a new recipe and we're like, yeah, I'm gonna try something new. And then haven't you like purchased you got the recipe, right? You took a picture of it, you have it on your phone, whatever, right? You go to the store and you get all the ingredients, and then the follow through of making that recipe doesn't happen. Or you forget to get one of the ingredients, and that's a limiting step to making it happen. And so I really encourage you to think about your time wisely. Is this week a realistic week for you to try a new recipe? I'm not saying don't try new recipes. I'm just saying like have a little reality check with yourself and see if it's a realistic week. And maybe next week you can make it happen. So then hold off on purchasing new ingredients because you're going to be eating a bunch of times a day anyway. So you're going to like allocating the time to actually prepare food for yourself to set yourself up. Because what I've noticed personally and from others I've worked with, my clients, when we think, oh yeah, I'm going to make a new thing and it doesn't happen, that's a bummer. And that's not helpful because then you learn like negative association with like purchasing ingredients, right? I totally had a client say to me last week, hey, every time I purchase food, like go to the grocery store and get stuff, food is wasted. And that's a bummer. And I had to clarify. I was like, it's not the act of purchasing groceries. It's the lack of having a plan. So please, please, please make sure that you have a plan of when you're going to cook that thing because we're just like very excited about life in general, and we have unrealistic expectations of ourselves in general, like whether or not it's out cooking or doing something professionally or how we want to spend our time. Like we just have unrealistic expectations. And so sometimes it's really helpful to be grounded and be realistic. So that's my tip this week, besides this bonus tip of which lettuce spinner to buy. Okay, so I think it's really important to have lettuce spinners because it makes it so that it's easy to wash greens in general. So these are not just for lettuce, they are for greens in general. So here we have, this is a Xylist. lettuce spinner, and I have cilantro in here. I wash cilantro. I wash all my herbs in a lettuce spinner or green spinner. You could use it for anything. So the reason why I like this, check this out. This is like super important and helpful. So this lid is flat. It's just a super simple rope dryer system. Nothing fancy. I'm not sure what this drying system is called, but I'm sure it's something fancy. So then you just pull it and it dries whatever you're trying to dry. And so I had this in the refrigerator from yesterday. No big deal. So the reason I had this, I stored cleaned cilantro in the fridge, just like this. Yes, it took up some space, but it was just the fastest thing I could do. So I'm going to use it today when I have dinner. I'm going to chop up my cilantro so I can add it to my lunches the next couple days, like to salads or whatever. Okay. The reason why I like this lettuce spinner is, one, it's small. Two, it doesn't take up very much room, and it also like it doesn't take that much room in the refrigerator because it's small, right? It's a petite lettuce spinner. And then it doesn't take up very much room in the actual lettuce spinner because this is flat. I hope that makes sense. Okay. This is an OXO Good Grips lettuce spinner, and this has chopped kale in it that I washed. And the reason why I like this lettuce spinner is, one, it's big. It's very big. It can hold a large capacity. And what I don't like about it is it takes up a lot of room in the actual lettuce spinner from this part of the lettuce spinning technology. And you have to, for some reason, I'm not really into this. It's loud and I don't know, just awkward. It's not smooth. And then you have to clip it like this to make it so that it can go on your refrigerator shelf like this. I don't know. So there's pros and cons to the lettuce spinners. This one takes up more room, and then this one takes up less room. Both inside, because there's nothing inside the lid, and it's very small. So sometimes I'll have to do like 2 or 3 cycles of washing greens because this one is so petite. But I also like having a big one for washing more at once. I tend to like to do more all at once than like multiple batches. So there's lots of different reasons to have 1 or 2 lettuce spinners, but obviously one is perfectly enough. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another meal planning strategizing tip. And I'm building a case for meal planning right now. I hope you get that. And I am also inviting you to join me to my next meal planning session, September 17th or 18th from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The link is somewhere here, probably in my bio. Okay. Or in the posting here. Okay, cool. Until next time, this is Alicia Connor signing out. Cheers to you.